Czar Tom Homan has started using ICE agents to conduct a nation. He told ABC News chief global affairs correspondent Martha Raddatz that this is just the beginning. Take a look.
Is this what we will see every single day, ending in what the president has promised is millions and millions being deported?
Yes. But you're going to see the numbers steadily increase, the number of arrests nationwide, as we open up the aperture.
The estimates of perhaps those who have been convicted or arrested in the past, 700,000 to over 1 million. So after you do that, then you go after everybody who is there illegally.
If you're in the country illegally, you're on the table.
The acting Homeland Security Secretary said in a statement, criminals will no longer be able to hide in America's schools and churches to avoid arrest. What criminals are hiding in schools?
How many MS-13 members are the age of 14 to 17? Many of them.
So, is this the immigration system fix that people had in mind when they voted? Do you think?
Well, it's hard to tell at this table because no one voted for him. But I think if you were, I don't know yet. It's kind of, it's disturbing what we're seeing, and the headlines and all the coverage would make you think that there's this massive deportation. But by numbers, contextually, President Obama still remains the deporter-in-chief. Even if Trump continues at this rate, he will not even hit what President Obama hit in 1 year with 400,000. But the point here is that it's meant to be a PR campaign. So it's meant to scare people. That's what they're doing right now. And when you look at these flights where they are deporting people back to their origin nation, we don't know who they are, and that's where I'd like to see more transparency. If indeed, right now, everyone on these flights is a violent criminal, I think we can all agree everyone thinks they should leave the country. We were saying that this morning. It's common sense. But what we're not getting is a breakdown of who these people are. On the first day of Trump's presidency, DHS, there was a press release, and they said that they had nabbed more than 300 illegal migrant criminals, including 1 attempted murder and 1 child molester. But what about the other 298? What was their crime? Because I think either you own the fact that these are all violent criminals and break down who these people are, what their crime was, and tell the American people, or tell us what they really are and let us have a healthy debate over the disagreement of how this is being carried out.
Because, I think the answer to your question, Whoopi, is yes and no for the public. So 87% of Americans support deporting undocumented migrants who've committed crimes in this country. That's nearly a universal opinion that I think we stand by. 55% express some desire to see anyone who's here unlawfully leave. So that's a lot more split. What I'd say is this when we talk about this issue. Most nations on earth deal with the question of how to secure their border and how many migrants to take in. It's not uniquely American. It's not xenophobic to simply care about it. There's national security imperatives. There's economic imperatives. And what we're seeing now, what matters to me is how it's done, that it's done humanely and safely, and that we're prioritizing the people who shouldn't be here. So again, people who have committed offenses against people, but also I think that it's important that we contextualize it, because to Sarah's point, in Obama's first term, 3 million people were deported. That's much slower than what Trump's on pace to do right now. And I'd finally say that I think that America is supposed to be a shining city on a hill. I think that we're a place that welcomes migrants. We're stronger for it. But we should prioritize people like refugees. Right now, there's 1,600 Afghans who helped assist us in this war who are on pause under the Trump administration from coming in. Those are the people who need to come first, not economic migrants. We can't house everyone.
Everything that they're talking about, deportation, massive deportation. We all know that during the campaign, this is something that President Donald Trump was actually talking about, that he's going to deport the immigrants. We know that even before his 4th term through, he was always calling immigrants names. And sometimes I used to wonder if he wants to become a president just because he wants to punish the immigrants. Just as the women they were talking about, especially the brown-skinned people, the Spanish, Mexico especially. I don't know whether because he has a lot of houses, and then the Mexican people build a lot of houses, and then maybe he had contract with some of them and they didn't treat him well, so he decided he's going to deal with all of them. And his father also have a lot of houses. maybe previously. If we go deeper in it, that's what I'm suspecting. That because the way they too much about one specific race, just like Sony was saying, if you look at it critically, they are focusing more on the Mexican. Other immigrants will suffer it also, but the target is a Mexican. They are the ones. There's nothing to lie about that. That's the target, and the law that they are passing does not favor them. Most of the Spanish people, 80% will be from Mexico. Most of the Mexicans are here. We also know about the law that if you want to take the driving test, they give opportunity for Spanish-speaking people to have a translator. Even for citizenship, you give an opportunity for a Spanish-speaking person. But that law have been wiped out. So how are they going to do? They say they should learn English. California was owned by Mexican and was seized from the Americans. Texas was owned by Mexican and was seized by American. So what do you want? I'm sure that was a compensation our forefathers gave for them, just to calm them down, you understand, which was a good one. You have Florida, you have California, you have Texas. Those places were the state of Mexico and was being seized by our forefathers and they joined it under the United States. So that was a compensation for them. So they want them to start studying English back. Oh God, I don't know, but as soon as Anna said that she doesn't want to feel sorry for those people, the Mexican, the Spanish people that voted for President Donald Trump. You see, I'm going to deal with you people, and they voted for him. America have a lot of things that we have to work for now. They say egg have increased prices, people are losing their job, houses have increased. So this what our president have to be working on looking at everything the women in the views are saying. But it seems the administration in generally is just focusing on immigration, undocumented citizen, go back to your country. Then what will happen? Is it going to make Americans be a better person? I'm not in support of that. If it's a criminal, if somebody is a criminal being caught, then you suffer your punishment. They can send the person whatever punishment they give, the person will pay for it. But just as Anna said, that we have a lot of good people, hardworking people, parents of citizens, people who pay their taxes, people who are supporting the economic, are caught in this scenario, which is not the good one. They just as they say that they are not clear about it, they send people and they keep saying that it's illegal and those are criminals. Not everybody is a criminal that have been caught. And the eyes, as they say that they didn't have a job, now we start hearing of having a job. Just as the women in the views are saying that, is it what the people really vote for such an immigration? Is it what they wanted to see? Not even 1 month in seat, see what is happening. It's just like it was specific people. It's just like they're just waiting, and some people are happily doing it. You can find yourself in the same scenario, or your loved one, just like say Liz Cheney was against opposite sex marriage, and she caught herself because her sister was became a lesbian. So Liz Cheney have to change. Just like people want to see themselves in the same show before they start having sympathy for it. Criminals have to be punished. That is true, very correct. But they cannot take good people who are hardworking because they are undocumented and just deal with them like that. The countries have to do better, not just as the women in the views are saying, just like Sony is saying. She's disappointed. Me too, I'm disappointed. I just pray for a change. I pray for a change. The people, especially the Spanish-speaking people who voted for him, I don't know what they were thinking. He keeps saying it, I will deport you people back. I will deport you people. Some of them stick, most, because they are the ones who made this government to be what it is. I don't know. Can you give your own opinion on the comment section? Thank you very much for watching. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe and share the video.